The newest Pokémon TCG pack Pulsing Aura is coming to Pokémon TCG Pocket. Today I'll be opening the new packs and reviewing the new trailer. Let's get into today's video. Riolu is a basic Pokémon, has 60 HP, and has an attack called Fighting Fists that requires 1 fighting energy that does 10 damage if your opponent's active Pokémon is a Pokémon EX. This attack does 30 more damage. Treecko is a basic Pokémon that has 60 HP and has an attack called Pound that requires 1 grass energy and does 20 damage. Both of these cards don't sound bad for basic Pokémon. Emboar is a Stage 2 Pokémon that has 160 HP and has an attack called Flare Storm that requires 3 fire energy and does 70 damage. Flip a coin for each fire energy attached to this Pokémon. This attack does 30 more damage for each heads. Bewear is a Stage 1 Pokémon that has 110 HP and has attack called Triple Smash that requires 1 fighting energy, and to colorless energy it does 50 damage. Flip 3 coins. This attack does 50 damage for each heads. These cards sound absolutely insane. Croagunk is a basic Pokémon that does 60 HP and has an attack called Corkscrew Punch that requires 1 fighting energy and does 20 damage. Wooper is a basic Pokémon that has 60 HP and has an attack called Tail Whip that requires 2 colorless energy and does 30 damage. Overall, not too bad for basic Pokémon cards. Bisharp is a Stage 1 Pokémon that has 90 HP and has an attack called Night Slash that requires 2 colorless energy and does 60 damage. Switch this Pokémon with one of your benched Pokémon, and also I must add, this art looks hella sick. Kubfu is a basic Pokémon that has 60 HP and has an attack called Training that requires 1 colorless energy. Take a colorless energy from your energy zones and attack it to this Pokémon. That's not too bad and can be pretty helpful. Rapid Strike Urshifu is a Stage 1 Pokémon that has 120 HP and has an ability called Double Type. As long as this Pokémon is in play is water and fighting type, and has an attack called Tornado Shot that requires 1 water energy and 1 colorless energy and does 40 damage. Discard a water energy from this Pokémon, and this attack also does 60 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokémon. Single Strike Urshifu is a Stage 1 Pokémon that has 120 HP and has an ability called Double Type. As long as this Pokémon is in play it is fighting and darkness type, and has an attack called Power Blast that requires 2 darkness energy and 1 colorless energy that does 110 damage. Discard a darkness energy from this Pokémon. There is a new item card called Field Blower. Discard a Pokémon tool card from a Pokémon yours or your opponent's, or discard a stadium in play. This seems really good. Budew is a basic card and has 30 HP and has an attack called Prickly Powder that does not require an energy and does 10 damage. The defending Pokémon loses all abilities. This effect lasts until the defending Pokémon leaves the active spot. Hattrem is a Stage 1 Pokémon that has 80 HP and has an attack called Disarming Voice that requires 1 psychic energy and does 20 damage. Your opponent's active Pokémon is now confused. Quagsire is a Stage 1 Pokémon and has 130 HP and has an attack called Muddy Headbutt that requires 1 water energy and 2 colorless energies and does 60 plus damage. If this Pokémon has any fighting energy attached, this attack does 60 more damage. Vaporeon EX is a Stage 1 Pokémon that has 160 HP and has an ability called Frozen Flow. Once during your turn, if this Pokémon is in the active spot, you may switch out your opponent's active Pokémon to the bench. Your opponent chooses the new active Pokémon and also has an attack called Wave Splash that requires 2 water energy and does 80 damage. There is a new stadium card called Arena of Antiquity. Attacks used by each fighting type Pokémon in play, both yours and your opponent's, do 20 plus damage to the opponent's active Pokémon EX. There is also a new supporter Korrina. During this turn, attacks used by your fighting Pokémon do 30 plus damage to your opponent's active Pokémon EX. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Mega Lucario EX is a Stage 1 Pokémon with 190 HP and an attack called Fighting Pulse that requires to fighting energy, and does 90 plus damage if this Pokémon has at least one extra fighting energy attached. This attack does 50 more damage. This sounds like a really good card. This Mega Sceptile EX is a Stage 2 Pokémon with 210 HP and has an attack called Terminating Tail that require to grass energy, and does 130 damage. Discard a grass energy from this Pokémon. Your opponent's active Pokémon is now poisoned. I don't find this card crazy good, especially since it's a Stage 2, but it's not too bad. I can't wait to open the new packs, but I will show y'all the regular trailer without my reviews. The new packs are officially out. Let's open them up. I have 733 hourglasses, and today I'll be opening up 50 packs. First 10 pull. I saw this in the trailer, but it still looks sick. Hey, let's go. Yo, this art is fantastic. Second 10 pull. Wait, this card is so sick. Let's go. Aw, this card art is adorable. Aw, this one as well. Third 10 pull. The arts on the 1-star cards are stunning. Oh my gosh, this card looks sick. I mean, look at the colors on it. Yo, I like that art on this card. Fourth 10 pull. Yo, let's go, I got Lucario. Yo, let's freaking go, I love the shiny pattern on this card. Wait, shiny Onyx is sick. I like the art design on this card. Yeah, I finally hit 11,000 cards. Fifth 10 pull. Oh wow, I really like this card art. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. We had a pretty good opening today. Here is my hit recap, and with that said, I'll see y'all next time.